All right. Hello, everyone. I just want to, um, bring in some tips on how to customize um, department department views for material master records or material master data in the SAP ERP. Now, reason I'm bringing this is to help, especially the SAP consultants, on how to meet their clients' customers' business requirements. All right. So sometimes, yeah, all the SAP material types come with default customization of the department views. But sometimes organizations or business may have some requirements, special requirements that you need some customization of the material type. Okay, so first of all, as to just establish my points, um, let me do this. Okay. All right. So first is that one of the components we are looking at here is material master record or data. All right, material master record or data. So the material master record has several views. Okay, so you know that the material master record is essential for all the logistics model in the SAP system or in the business environment, your enterprise. Okay, so sales would use materials, quality management will use materials, warehouse management will use materials, accounting will use materials because they have to evaluate the materials. Production planning will use materials, procurement or purchasing will use materials, and so on. All right, so for these different departments in the enterprise to be able to maintain or impute their required data in the material master record, views are created for them. These views are tabs with different fields that are relevant for that department or relevant for their business process. Okay, so now to get this done, um, there is a factor or a parameter that controls the views for each material or material master record, and that is the material type. So another element we're going to look at, a component rather, is the material type. Okay, so SAP, when you're creating a material master record, one parameter that is very essential is to define the material type. And I always tell consultants, super users, to be deliberate with their material type. Sometimes people don't know that your material type is customized for different business scenarios. The material type would determine how the SAP system would handle your materials, how it's going to process the material. All right, whether the material will be relevant for inventory or it won't be relevant for inventory, whether the material is going to update your stock account or it will not update your stock account. So several things that the material type would control, and one of it is the view. All right, the views that are available. So you can customize this view when you create a new material type, and that is exactly what I want to show you. But I'm just trying to build some foundation to this so that for someone who probably is getting to know about the master record for the first time, can be carried along. All right, now what is the material type? I define the material type as the classification of materials All right, so I define material type as a classification of materials based on their usage or relevance to the business process. Okay, so we can have a laptop as a material. Okay, but if that laptop is being purchased and sold, then it is going to be classified as a trading goods material type. But if our organization produce laptop, okay, so that same laptop would be created in the system as a finished product material type. All right, so your material type is used to classify your materials based on their usage or relevance to the business process. So I'm going to go to the SAP system now and show you exactly how to set up those views. So let me show you first the views at the creation of a master record. Okay, so let's go. This is the SAP Easy Access, the SAP menu, logistics, material, material master, then material. Okay, so this is the transaction code is MM01. So I'll just go straight using the transaction code. All right, so now this is a raw material demo. All right, so this is the raw material type. The material type is raw material. Okay, so I've selected the industry sector to be a chemical industry, assuming that is a chemical industry I'm creating it for. So I'll say raw material hyphen 00009, assuming I want to create a material with this code. Okay, so you see select views. I think this material, we already have that material existing in the system. So let me use this code. All right, so now you see these are the views. Okay, now you see we have sales view here. We have sales view here. Now sales view is not supposed to be in because we don't really sell raw materials. Like we buy raw materials and then we use it for production. Okay, so but you see what it means is that the sales department have access to the raw materials, purchasing department have access, MRP, that's planning, and so on. Okay, so you have different departments with the views. Maybe probably the business or the organization is saying that we need to remove some of the views here that are not necessary. Okay, so how do we do that? How do we customize it to suit what we want exactly? Oh, okay, my material type changed. Let me see. Raw material. I use the one demo. Raw material demo. Raw material demo. Raw material demo. All right, so this is the one I used, demo. Yeah, this is very correct. So you see the standard raw material type should not have a sales view. All right, should not have a sales view. So this is the standard raw material. But for instance, we want to make some customization here. Okay, we want to make some customization here. So these are different departments: quality management, accounting, and so on. All right, so for instance, we want to make some customization here. Okay, so how do we get the customization done? All right, so we'll go to the SAP IMG where we'll do the customization for material types. So I'm going to go to this material type, raw material demo. That's the description. I'm going to go there and then make the customization, and then we'll come back here and see. Now what I want to do here is to add sales view to this. I want to add sales view. I want to remove MRP and warehouse management. Okay, I want to remove MRP. I want to remove warehouse management. Okay, let me say account quality management. I want to remove quality management. I want to add sales view to it. All right, so let's go and do that. I'm going to just open another session. I'm going to just open another session, and all right, so the transaction code is OMS2 for material type. I press enter and it takes me straight to the IMG where you have the material type. So this is the material type, raw materials demo, right? So I'm checking the details where I can do updates. All right, so let's look at user departments. This is where you set the different user departments. The ones that are highlighted would show, and the ones that you on select will not show. Okay, so see, I said I want to add sales. So what I'll do here is to select sales. So you see sales is not selected there, so I'll select sales, and I'll unselect quality management. I'll unselect warehouse management. So you see that we will not have warehouse management and quality management anymore, but we will have sales. Okay, so I'll save it. All right, so let's go back to all right, so this is the material I was about to create using the raw materials demo as my material type. Now I click select view. All right, so this is what we had before I made that customization. So you see that we have quality management, warehouse, and there is no sales. Okay, so let's go back to the easy access so that the system will update. And then I say select views. You see it has changed. I now have sales. These are all for sales. All right. No more quality management. No more warehouse. No more quality management, no more warehouse. You see, so that's how you customize the views for your material types, all right, which will be applicable for your material master record. So I'm going to return it to the default setting. I'm going to go back and return it to default setting by selecting quality, warehouse, and unselect sales, and then I save. Once I do that, this will be updated. All right, so I just go back again to update, and that's it. Select views, and then it's back to normal. So I now have my warehouse and quality management and no longer sales. All right, so that's how you set up or customize the department views for your material master record. Thank you.